All right, got some games to stream for the channel. Got my buddy Black Knight to just play some rounds with me. We're generally of similar skills, though he has been playing more than me recently, so I don't know. But usually our games in our series are quite close, meaning they shouldn't be blowouts one way or the other. And then we didn't really do a strict pick and ban. I just said for game one, I just want to play some green skins, and he booted up his Dark Elves, so we'll see. Getting back into the swing of things with Warhammer 3, and my recent live stream, Blood Penguin, had been showing me the power of just a metric shit ton of infantry. So we're gonna see how that goes. I also, versus Dark Elves, I know Dark Elves really tend to go with a lot of snipe. So Scourge Runner Chariots, Cold One Knights, Cold One Dread Knights, Doombolt as a spell, things like that. And I wonder if they'll bring enough meat churning power to get through a bunch of infantry. So we're gonna just see how that goes. 2 Savage Orc Biggins for some late game staying power versus Cold One Knights trying to cycle charge you, or if he brings like a Hydra or something crazy. So that'll be that. 4 Savage Orcs to churn through a front line of Witch Elves or Bleak Swords and Dread Spears or anything like that. 3 Orc Boys Spears just for more meat and mass. And then we do have some armor-piercing skirmish cav to help me chase off things in the late game, but also just armor-piercing missiles are good. 3 Savage Orc Boar Boys, where if they're paired with Grom or my spells, can do pretty well against Cold One Knights. And then we do have 2 Stone Trolls that, again, with Grom, won't run away very quickly. I've been skirting around it, but I did take Grom the Paunch with his Lucky Banner to mitigate Doombolt damage and then heal it back up. Plus, of course, his Language of the Boys is still quite good. So giving leadership and immune to psychology to my trolls is nice. And then we have an Orc Shaman. Did bring Brain Burst to punish blobs a little bit, and Fists of Gork. I just took 2 cheap spells because I wonder if Doombolt is going to come for him instead of Grom, so I didn't want to invest too much in him, and then he just gets deleted. But yeah, so if I can get some Fists of Gork or some Grom the Paunch support for Savage Orc Boar Boys, they can do fine against Cold One Knights or Cold One Dread Knights or whatever. But a pretty straightforward greenskin build. I mean, run forward and slap. So we will run forward and we will slap. Enemy does have a lot of infantry. This is a big infantry game, apparently. 4 Cold One Knights, a Flock of Doom Dragon Caster, 5 Witch Elves, 5 Dread Spears. Okay, so yeah, this is a lot of infantry in this game in general. Okay, giving all my guys some orders just to get them into the fight. Move the Stone Trolls forward. Since there's no range to worry about, I actually can just go all the way up without really worrying about it. Rom's gonna dive right in, and my Savage Orc Boar Boys are gonna chop. Okay, so Brain Bursta is gonna be nice. Let's use it on some Witch Elves. I'm gonna try and buff up these guys. Have them just turn and fight for now. There is no Doombolt for me to be worried about, so Grom doesn't exactly need to hold his Lucky Banner for too much. I'm gonna try and get in a fight with some Cold One Knights and then get a good counter charge with my boys. First wall is up, first wall is out. Alright, there we go. So now my Savage Orcs get a free charge, and Grom's not going to take much damage due to his Lucky Banner. We have a wall going. I forgot some Boar Boys way back here, so I'm going to charge them in now, but ooh. His Cold One Knights are about to take a fight on top of Stone Trolls and Savage Orc Biggins, so yeah, that's about to be a really bad time for him. Do need to retreat a little bit. I'll get a nice Brain Burst on some spears, but there's a dragon that's going to land on my Footcaster. It's not outside the realm of what we expected. I can try and bring some trolls back, but I don't know, they seem busy. I guess I have Savage Orc Boar Boys over here that were waiting to countercharge and then just weren't needed. But yeah, our winning infantry is good so far. And now we have trolls and Savage Orc Boar Boys surrounding that dragon. Morga's Midget Marauders ended up chasing to the front line, which is pretty bad. But I can pull them back, and now I have armor-piercing skirmish cav just firing at the dragon. Grom can pull out of those spears. He hasn't taken too much damage yet. And I do need to cast a Fists of Gork somewhere. Second Waz out. We're starting to get a little isolated out there, so I'm going to start to pull my guys back inwards by having them charge Cold Knights that are closer to my main formation. Savage Orc Biggins lost the plot a little bit. We got a really good surround on Dragon Lord. We're beating the piss out of her. I need to get Grom into this fight so that everybody here gets immune to psychology. We do have spears coming in to help, but they're going to get brain bursted, which will do a good little bit of damage here. Alright, I'm going to charge these spears just to slow them down so my Savage Orc Biggins can catch up, but we can see these Savage Orc Biggins and the Stone Trolls are just making their way back to the main fight, and these Cold Knights have just kind of been walking alongside them because they don't really know what to do. I'll turn and fight them for a second, but they're not going to take the bait for too long. Big old blob fight. We are starting to slowly lose it as I get some people to start retreating now, but I'll commit more infantry to this and it'll be largely fine. But we're wrapping up the Cold One Knights nice and good. Savage Orc Biggins turn around and deal with the Witch Elves. Okay. My healthy Savage Orc Biggins can come back. We can leave other guys to deal with this. I'm gonna pop Lucky Banner because I think he's about to commit. Yeah, he's trying to snipe out Grom. So I'm gonna pop Lucky Banner to just bait him in here. And then I'll give Grom extra melee stats alongside his enhanced defenses. So Grom's gonna be fine. Meanwhile, we're still getting some armor-piercing shots in with Morgan's Maging Marauders onto that Beastcaster, and since it's a Beastcaster, we know that there's no Soul Stealer healing to be found here. Grom's gonna rejoin this fight, give Stone Trolls something to fight on top of. Here's a Brain Burster on top of a bunch of spears, just to thin them out a little bit. As Morgrubs are still having a hard time really finishing off that caster lady, but Grom's regenerating. So that's going pretty well. Here we go. This should be a good engagement. Savage Orc Boar Boys getting a free charge into Golden Knights while I give them immune to psychology and such. Alright. Killing some stuff. Pretty close late game situation, balance of power wise. Morgrubs just commit to the fight. We have a good surround here with Pig Boys and Grom. So that's going okay. Savage Orcs just need to find someone to hurt. Find someone to crump. And Grom's regenerating, so theoretically, the longer this game goes on, the better. Ooh, she's taking a lot of damage. Where's my info panel? There it is. Down to less than 1,000 HP as my Savage Orc Biggins end up fighting Witch Elves for a bit. Alright, Grom's regenning. The Stone Trolls with Grom are regenning. I can have Morgrubs chase down the Morgrubs can chase down the Cold Knights, make sure they don't come back. Still have a little bit of ammunition, which is good. Savage Orc Biggins still holding off Witch Elves over there, which is good and fine. Alright. I'm going to shoot some armor-piercing arrows at that lady. I'm going to have Grom stick next to... That's going to be a nasty breath attack. I'm going to still have Grom stick next to my Stone Trolls to keep them nice and courageous, but we're going to poke at her. Looking around the battlefield, we have a couple Stone Trolls that are not Stone Trolls, Cold Knights that are crazy damaged. These Witch Elves are going to go fight Savage Orcs. I love how just both of them are completely tattered. Savage Orcs have 1,000 HP left, the Witch Elves have 300. Yeah, okay, they'll win that. Army losses hits, and it's GG. Boys, boys, boys. Just get odd, lads. All right, in the Battle of the Boys, Greenskins won. Savage Orcs did all right. Savage Orc Biggins did pretty well. Spear Boys did fine. Savage Orc Warboys did well, Morgoops did well, Stone Trolls did well, Braum and the Caster did well. So yeah, really everything in my build pulling its weight, which is good. The other side, Supreme Sorceress of Beast did very well. Golden Knights more mixed, but overall fine. Witch Elves, pretty darn good, honestly. Most of them just around paying for themselves, and then one popped off. And then the Dread Spears were really the weak link for the Dark Elves. They just didn't have a lot to do, but overall, again, both sides, almost every unit performing, so GG.
Subscribe, yes, yes.